gotta be kidding me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 33. Today is Saturday, January 30th, 2021. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming Super Bowl, some science, some Twitter trends, hot topics. We all know what the hot topic is right now, and we are going to give new music reviews.
Yes.
So let's jump right into sports. We got a nice, quick show for you guys. From our picks, I was completely wrong on all of them, I think.
Yeah, baby.
For the first time, I put all my money into the Bills and Packers, and
They both lost.
yeah.
I mean, the Packers had a chance, but they just couldn't come through.
I was surprised by the Packers, but
I mean, Tom threw 3 picks. You would think the Packers would definitely win that game if you told me before that Tom would throw 3 picks. I'm like, yeah, Packers probably winning a blowout, but
they didn't look good.
no, Aaron Rodgers kind of choked, which, I mean,
Yeah.
he's, 1-4 in the conference championships.
Yeah, he's not very good in the playoffs. I should have bet against him probably.
Yeah,
Tom Brady is the goat of all goats
yeah,
in every situation. Like it's unreal.
I
Did you
didn't bet
see the
against
video?
Tom. Wait, go ahead.
Did you see the video of him and Gronkowski? Super creepy on Instagram.
After they won?
Yeah, they're just like slow mo.
Walking- yeah, they're so corny.
And they're like, we're still here. And
It's so
like,
funny because Tom's the biggest fucking dork, but he's a legend. He's like the best football player of all time.
It's really funny because he doesn't have that cool factor that a
No,
lot of guys do.
he's
Like
not cool.
wide receivers, I feel like are so cocky and like
Yeah,
cool.
they have swagger.
And swag, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Like I don't have swag because I don't even know the word. So Tom Brady and I are very similar.
yeah, very
Like
white.
if I was like to win something big or like get a Nobel Prize, it'd be like gang. So
No, I hope you never do that again.
no, I wouldn't do that. But you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't know how to react in a cool way. I would just be like, yeah.
No, it's not.
Like that video where he just like
Ooh.
slow nod, like yeah,
He
like
awkwardly
maybe
looks at
the
camera.
yeah.
Just do this.
Doesn't know how to do a selfie really.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, and I also am really sad about the Bills because I was all in on them this year.
But you can't. My homeboy is like the next Brady. You can't pick against my homeboy. So who do you
I
pick
know.
this week? You can't pick against my homeboy. You can't pick against Brady.
It's young versus old blood.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's probably the best Super Bowl we've had in recent years.
I think you have to look team wise because both quarterbacks, neither one is gonna choke. So
I mean, you look at the Bucks, their receiving core is top 5. You look at the Chiefs, their receiving core might be the best. You know, with Tyreek
Yeah.
and the tight end Kelsey. You look at the defenses. Bucks probably have a better defense, but the Chiefs' defense is also up there. It's not bad. It's very above average. Quarterbacks. I mean, right now you'd have to say Mahomes is a better quarterback, but it's Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady is still Tom Brady.
I agree that right now Mahomes plays better.
Running backs are about equal. Offensive line's about equal. So I mean, it's pretty fair. I mean, it's going to be a really good game.
It might be a shootout. Although we say this every Super Bowl,
Yeah.
I feel like now, and then it's like never.
All the shootouts are defensive games, and all the defensive games are shootouts.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
weird.
get it. But
You want to give our picks for the bowl, or
yeah, of course.
who you got? I haven't really
Why do
thought
I
about it
have
too
to
much.
go first?
You go first.
I haven't thought a lot about it either, but I think I'm gonna. And well, first, it's cool that Tom Brady gets to play a Super Bowl
First
in
ever.
the home stadium, first
Yeah.
ever. And I think, see, part of me wants to be like the Bucks win because that's just so much destiny right there.
Yeah.
Like that path to where they are, obtaining Gronk, obtaining Tom Brady, and obtaining Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's insane. So I don't want to bet against them because it seems like fate. But at the same time, like if I was just regularly picking and they weren't playing where they're playing, I would pick the Chiefs.
So is that your pick, the Chiefs?
But I don't know, because that's another thing. Like, that would be 2 Super Bowls in a row.
I mean, look how they beat the Bills. They beat the Bills pretty easily.
I guess I go with Mahomes.
Then I mean, I can. I'm not gonna pick the Bucs just because you picked the Chiefs, but I don't know, man. It's a very even matchup. I think I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm going with Chiefs.
So we're picking the Chiefs for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm betting against Tom again. He's probably gonna come back to bite us. But I just think that Tom will probably throw a couple picks, and Mahomes won't be like Rodgers, and Mahomes will take advantage of that. But I mean, the Bucs defense has been playing so well. It's gonna be close.
If they can contain Mahomes, yeah, we'll have a good game either way.
Yeah.
And we got our Super Bowl squares, which I'm excited about. I love that time of year because when your team is not in the Super Bowl, the only thing you have to look forward to are the commercials and the betting. Yeah. So tons of prop bets, obviously like dollar prop bets. I'm going to do that for sure. Do that every year. And then also got some squares. Trying to win some big monies.
Yeah, also it's a fun time to bet too on like random stuff. How long the national anthem will be, who will score the first
That's
touchdown.
What I mean by prop bets.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, that football season is drawing to a close, which is super sad for us because we love talking about football.
Yeah, we're not going to have anything to talk about besides the Sixers and the Phillies, which both are looking up, so that's good.
Yeah. But the football, the long sports intros are coming to an end, which some people might be happy about. Some people might be sad. Yeah. I'm sad. So we'll have, more content to replace that. But I think that's it for sports, so...
Sixers are in first place. I think they're the best team right now in the league, record-wise. Phillies signed DD and JT Realmuto, so they should be back. Well, they were never in playoff contention last year, but I mean, they need some bullpen arms. They need a couple more starting pitchers, and I think they'll be pretty good. But we'll see. The Phillies haven't been good in a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But West Virginia is actually the reason I'm thinking of them because they're playing right now, basketball, and they're ranked 11. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have a top 15 team. I just don't have faith in them ever winning a big game, and hopefully they prove me wrong.
Well, they're playing Florida right now, who's not ranked, and they were losing, and there was 1 minute left, so I don't know what the current score is because I can't check my phone. But
I'm gonna pay attention to March Madness if they have. I'm assuming they have March Madness, so they can't cancel 2 years in a row. I'll be excited for that. But I just can't get excited because there's been so many cancellations with COVID, and it's no one's in the stands. I mean, college basketball I think is a lot better when there's people in the stands, unlike the NBA, because it's a lot more hype. Like people are more into it in the sense of like screaming and getting hype and yelling and doing the dances and singing the hype songs and all that. So.
Oh, yeah. That's what makes college basketball. Otherwise, it's not great.
Yeah.
I was watching it, and I was like, there's no excitement. Like no one is cheering. I'm used to hearing, especially West Virginia.
Yeah.
People go crazy for basketball there.
It's awesome to watch home games there.
Such a fun environment. I really miss that, and hopefully we can get back to that stuff soon. But
yeah, next year I think we'll be back for basketball. Hopefully for football too.
Yeah. All right, so moving on from there, talk a little bit about science. So this week in science, we had the first artificial cornea transplant. And so, as you age, you're at risk for degeneration in the eyes. And so there was a 78-year-old man. He was almost completely blind at this point. And he received the new cornea. And it's artificial. It's not from donor organs, so there's little risk of rejection from the body. And it basically somehow integrates with your natural eye. So there's, hardly any rejection. And so he can pretty much see individual people now, which is crazy. No glasses or anything, just the cornea transplant. He's able now to see his loved ones again. So this
awesome.
could be really cool for the future for those that are aging, going through macular degeneration and all of that. It's scary to go from seeing to hardly seeing anything. I mean, like, you and I have glasses. We're pretty much blind without glasses. But we can still see, like, figures moving around.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, like, slowly everything fading away. So that's really cool. Science that's coming out. A lot of different studies going on for blindness right now. So it's an exciting new area of research.
Yeah, go get your eyes checked out. It's very important. I think it's something that no one really talks about, like when they talk about going to get checkups. But I mean, if you're starting to lose your eyes, it's not good. It's like the worst thing that could happen to you. So, no, it's not funny. Like, I'm not laughing at it, but I'm just saying.
No,
like,
yeah.
Like, we don't talk about it enough. Like, go get your eyes checked. It's very important.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like going to the dentist, which I recently did as well.
I hate
getting all my checkups at the beginning. I
swear they just find cavities. They insert cavities when they're doing the little thing in there. Oh, we found a cavity. I'm like, I
just don't like people poking around my mouth.
Yeah, and then
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't. It's uncomfortable, and it's the sound, like the scratching on your teeth. Like,
my thing with the dentist is I've been there and I've had like two surgeries where they're like, yeah, this could work, but it might not stay, and blah blah blah. I'm like, that's why I don't like going to the dentist, because it's like, yeah, if we do this, it could work, and then both times it didn't work. So I'm like, I spent this money and now nothing worked, and I had to take the tooth out.
Yeah, I recently I got a deep clean, which was very intense.
Probably painful.
No, they numb you.
Oh, okay.
Because they literally like get under the gum without giving you guys TMI. But it's totally worth it. Like, you can feel like the crevices between your teeth again, because that stuff gets built up over time. Plaque and all the coffee I drink does not help. I eat protein bars every day. That's terrible for your teeth.
Yeah.
And so I really needed like a deep cleaning. So
make sure you
everyone should go. Yeah. Get your yearly checkups right now. It's the beginning of the year. Doctor, dentist, eyes, all of that.
Blood work.
But yeah, a lot of people don't realize I go to the eye doctor like once a year because I have to, because they withhold contacts from me, so I don't have a choice.
Exactly. Which is I guess not the worst
Which is
thing.
a good plan, because otherwise I wouldn't go.
I would never get my eyes checked, yeah.
And they're like, you should probably like stop wearing your contacts while you sleep. And I'm like, every year I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that, and I never do. So
yeah, that's the same with me. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Like,
But okay, so moving on from getting your checkups. We're at the health pod now. The last story I want to talk about is the doomsday clock. Have you heard of this?
I have not, no.
I didn't know it existed. I thought it was just a joke, but there's an actual doomsday clock, and because of COVID, it's like very close. Like, it's 100 seconds to midnight. So I will explain. So this clock was founded in 1945 by Albert Einstein, University of Chicago scientist, and they helped develop the first atomic weapons in the Manhattan Project. And they also created this doomsday clock 2 years later, using the imagery of the apocalypse, which is midnight in this case, and the contemporary idiom of nuclear explosion, so the countdown to zero.
Yeah.
To convey threats to humanity and the planet. So, like, the end of humanity as we know it. And this was a thing, like, this was created. So the doomsday clock is set every year by Bulletin Science and Security Board in consultation with its board of sponsors, which includes 13 Nobel laureates. So these are 13 Nobel Prize winners that are, like, helping. This is like some weird secret this should be on conspiracy theories. I was like, this isn't.
Yeah, what is?
What? So there's this group of secret scientists that are meeting to set the doomsday clock.
Yeah.
And so the clock has become a universally recognized indicator of the world's vulnerability to catastrophe from nuclear weapons, climate change, and disruptive technologies in other domains. And so right now it's at 100 seconds to midnight.
What does that mean, though?
100 seconds to doomsday. Like, it's like very close because of how the pandemic has gone. So if we had done better with the pandemic, the clock would go.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, makes sense. So it's not looking good.
Yeah. What happens if this strikes midnight? No one told us.
Yeah, no one told us what's going on. It is
what's
time.
Going on here?
It is decided.
It is decided. League reference, if anyone knows that. But yeah, so that's what's happening in science. Just thought everyone should know there's a doomsday clock. You can Google that. Thanks, Albert Einstein.
We didn't need that. I don't want to know.
We didn't need that. But that's all the main stories in science that I have this week. So, moving on to hot topics and Twitter trends. Heyo. So,
if you've been on the internet, you know what we're talking about already.
If you don't know what we're talking about, something's wrong.
Yeah, you're not trying to take advantage of some monies.
Or you literally live under a rock. Like, even if you're not involved in the situation, you've seen it. So, Stonks. Are
I don't know why people call it Stonks.
I don't either, but it's a thing. Stonks. You can buy so many Stonks. So before this, the average Joe, no one cared about stocks. I didn't care about stocks. I didn't really understand them, so I didn't get involved. And then COVID hit, and I was bored. So this is what happens when people have too much time on their hands. Shit gets fucked up.
The rich people don't want us to learn.
Busy.
They don't want us to learn.
Stay educated. Stay woke. Because I learned about stocks over break, and I'm like, oh, it's not that complicated to like understand basic how to buy stocks and like what you can kind of invest in early on. So I bought some stocks, and I've just been like, I'll be in this for the long haul. So I don't watch every day the market go up and down. I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
So recently, there was some Reddit people groups
Wall Street bets.
who basically were driving up the GameStop stocks. So they drove up the price, and all these hedge funds who were trying to short the stock got screwed, and this is now where we are. Now, basically, people are betting on companies that were failing, and these stocks were being shorted, and now the hedge funds can't meet their shorts, and the Wall Street is, on fire, and the common man is like, wait, I can get some money too. Drive up these freaking stocks and then sell. And once we figured it out, once we got GameStop, and that guy made like $33 million or something crazy.
They shut that shit down.
They shut us down.
Which is total bullshit, which is totally illegal.
You had Wall Street calling for regulation, and that's when it's bad.
Yeah,
because Wall Street hates regulation.
You had AOC and Donald Trump Jr. agreeing on something. You fucked up when that happened.
Mm-hmm. And you guys have seen, we're not spitting anything new. Like, this has been talked about a bunch of times. Everyone has said it. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Robinhood, I invested in these stocks. I was trying to get, a quick penny here. But they're shutting everything down. They didn't let us buy what we wanted to buy.
Yeah, Thursday.
There's no rules is the problem. There's no rules for us. No rules for them, I guess. But they're getting a lot of lawsuits because you can't actually tell someone they can't buy a stock. I feel like I'm not.
No, I mean,
I don't know all the laws, but
if the exchange itself was like, yeah, we're gonna stop selling and buying for this stock itself, that's one thing. But Robinhood has no control over. They're just a company that deals with the stocks. They sell and trade stocks. So they pretty much knew that their platform was one of the biggest in the world, and they saw what was happening on the internet, and they knew GameStop was already gone. It's booming. So it's too late for that pretty much. But they saw AMC was going to do the same thing. And what they do is they don't let you buy, but you can sell, which is total bullshit because then the hedge funds that shorted the stock, they drove the price down, and they got, well, not all of them, but a large majority of the hedge funds that had shorts met their shorts, so they were good, and they probably saved them billions of dollars. But the common man, me, you, everyone else, we got in, we put in 100, 200, 1,000, whatever you have to spend, and we got screwed over on Thursday. Friday was a better day, and hopefully Monday we'll see some prices go up because we did hold them off. But we got screwed over. Hold.
Everyone hold the line.
We got screwed over. Not only on AMC. If you haven't seen, Dogecoin was up 700%, and we invested. I was up like $1,000, and then they just stopped letting people buy Dogecoin. I mean, and now the price is plummeting. It's not like over for it because I think once they allow trading and everyone gets funds in their account and the restrictions are gone, it'll go up again. But it killed the whole momentum because if I'm being honest, if they were still allowing trading, I think it would be like 25, 30 cents right now. And, I get it to the point where they don't have enough money. They probably don't have enough money for everything. If, this crypto is rising and it's people are pumping it and then they're selling it when it reaches the top. That's a lot of money they have to give out, but they're also making a lot of money with people putting in money into their system. And I think where they fucked up is, and I do understand this thing, it's the only thing I understand. Now you have to wait. You know how they give you $1,000 right away before they take it out of your bank account? You can't do that anymore. So I mean, that's where they kind of fucked up because they were allowing people to do that. But it's still bullshit, and people are losing and missing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. See, we figured out how to beat Wall Street at its own game, and they got mad.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can't play the game.
Honestly, yeah, I mean, it's all a game. But honestly, I don't know why no one's done this before. Has anyone done this before?
I mean, other hedge funds do it, but no one...
No, I mean, but why hasn't the common man done this, driven up stocks before, just for fun?
Because, one, people don't have a lot of money to, spare. And I think, two, people didn't have a lot of time and they didn't pay attention to the stock market, which the rich people that are shorting these stocks, they love, because they're like, yeah, it's not a big deal. It's our game, don't even worry about it. So then people were like, wait, there's a couple people that figured it out. They relayed the information. They were like, this happens. You make the X amount of money, and we shoot the stock to the moon, as they say.
yeah, that's a key phrase.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't want you to know that. That's why they don't teach you this in middle school. They don't teach you this in high school. They don't want you to know about this kind of stuff. So now they're freaking out. They're panicking.
Yeah, I mean, this has been great. This has been entertaining.
It's fun. It's fun. It's history.
It was fun. I mean, we've been a part of some major historical events in 2020 with everything that went on, and now with the 2021 stock market craze. There's going to be the history books for these years are going to be like just a book on their own.
I know.
Like, what are they going to call this? I think shoot to the moon.
I think
the squeeze, the big squeeze.
The big squeeze that's going to be the movie. The Big Short and the Big Squeeze. But
I want copyright on that.
But no, I mean, it's something that I'm glad I'm a part of. It's hopefully we can make some money and go buy Dogecoin. If you haven't, it's very low. If they allow you to buy it, that's the problem. People can't buy it. So, but it's staying around. It's staying around 3 cents, which is a good sign. It hasn't gone all the way down below a penny, so it's a good sign. I think it'll go up. I don't know how high it'll go up. I'm not going to say it's going to reach $1, but if stay in the game, hold, don't be a panic seller. That's another problem with Doge. There's so many like newbies, and I'm not saying I'm an expert, but you can't just sell when the price goes down a little bit. You
start going down a little, yeah.
Yeah,
things always bounce back.
Yeah, it's volatile. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. So I mean, really, and stocks are meant to be played for the long game. So you can lose a lot of money trying to make a quick come up. So just be careful and only invest money that you are willing to lose. Don't invest half your income. Invest if you have $1,000, invest 100, and if you're cool losing 100, that's great. But don't do any more. It's not a guarantee. No matter what anybody says, you go into the stock market, you could lose it all, and then if you go in, you could also win everything. So it's a gamble.
It really is. But I will tell you, it was fun on Thursday when I got to work and like everyone's blowing up my phone and I'm like looking at the stocks and I'm like, I actually need to do my real job. But
it was hard. Yeah, I was at work and then I was so pissed off. I knew what happened with AMC and I knew the price was going to go down. They didn't let me cancel my order, so I still bought it, which is fine because I think AMC is going to go up to like 20 or 30 on Monday. So hopefully we'll make some money off that. And Dogecoin, go buy Dogecoin, is still promising. Just because one day was bad doesn't mean it's over for it. And once everybody gets their monies in their account, once the restrictions are off, I think we'll be to the moon.
Yes, so we'll be following that closely. Maybe we'll have some updates next week. But
stocks.
As far as other hot topics, I don't really. That was the major one I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, that's pretty much been the talk of the town, so to speak. There hasn't. That's really dominated the internet. There hasn't been much else going on. Maybe there has. We just don't know. Maybe it's all a distraction for something else. The aliens.
Well. Yeah, exactly. It all comes back to aliens with me. But the other thing, though, is the Capitol riot. There's some new news coming out about that.
What?
And
I didn't hear it.
I don't necessarily want to talk about it because I don't know if that's factual, what just came out. Like, I haven't done any research.
Okay.
So maybe we wait till next week to talk about it. But they're saying, and again, don't know if this is true. It's on Twitter, so who knows? That the Capitol riot was funded by top Trump donor and, Publix, the grocery store.
Yeah.
The heiress of Publix, helped by far-right show host Alex Jones.
Who's Alex Jones? I don't know who that is.
He's a huge right-winger. He's very famous. He's been on Joe Rogan. That's the only reason I knew him.
Okay.
But he's I don't know what he became famous for, to be honest. I don't know
Publix
what he does.
Publix did this?
Yeah. I mean, again, maybe we have more with Alex Jones. I don't know. Okay, he's a radio host. My apologies. Alex Jones is a far-right radio host and conspiracy theorist. So, he's crazy.
He's nuts.
But, yeah, so that's what's coming out right now. So we'll see. The Publix, man. Can't trust the Publix. I knew it.
Yeah, I always got weird vibes when I went there.
Always weird vibes in Publix.
Yeah, it's a weird name, Publix. Yeah, it's I don't know. What do you guys...
Well, it's Publix, I think. But we always said Publix, and now I can't unsay it.
It is Publix.
That's our childhood issues. Our mom just says all the words weird when we were young.
I think that's a white people thing, like Publix, Target.
Yeah. What's the other one? Jacques Penney.
Yeah, Jacques Penney. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, for sure. But maybe we'll talk more about that next week when we have a better idea of what's going on. More news will come out about that, I'm sure. We'll all see that. That just happened 8 hours ago, so.
Also, if you see us next week with a brand new setup in a professional studio, we won big on the Stonks.
Yeah. If we're together, if I'm living in a penthouse in New York City, then yeah, the Stonks really worked for me. Oh, man.
Fucking Dogecoin.
But, okay, so moving on to music. We aren't giving reviews. We are giving artists. So today I had to look through our notes to make sure I hadn't given you this band before.
I thought you gave me the band Camino.
Okay, I thought I had, but I couldn't find it.
I don't remember though. Sorry, I totally ruined it. I said it before you said it because I'm looking at the notes, but
so I'm command F'ing it right now. I don't know if you can see that, but
yeah, I guess not.
You've heard of them?
Yeah,
I
of course.
assume. But have you listened to them?
A little bit, not a lot though.
Okay, so I am giving you the band Camino, and their tagline is "Your mom's favorite band." It's it's not super classic rock like the other bands I have given you, but it's not like a Greta Van Fleet. It's like a mix between classic rock and modern.
Okay.
And so they just had a album. I wouldn't say an album, kind of like a short
EP.
EP, I guess. There's 8 songs. I don't know what constitutes
that's an
EP.
album. That's an album.
Okay, so an EP, what, is 5 or less, maybe?
Yeah, 5 or less. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so their album in 2019 was called Try Hard, and then they just released a couple new songs in 2020, Roses and Crying Over You. So I would give that a listen.
Cool. Yeah, I think I've heard some of their songs, but I'm not...
You may have heard Daphne Blue, which is their famous one that's on I think that one was on New Music Friday. That's how I found them.
Yeah, I think I'm more familiar with the name than I am with the band. So, I'm gonna give you. I know you know Jack Harlow, and you might have heard some of this album, but Jack Harlow's new album, it came out about a month ago, maybe 2 months. It's called "That's What They All Say." It's a good mix between rap, R&B, some trap. It's a good mix of everything. He's very talented. He's up and coming. Most people know Jack Harlow, but
yeah, I know Jack.
He's
I
solid.
like his music, but I
He's really
haven't listened
solid.
to his album. So
it's really solid music. It's not anything that's gonna be revolutionary to the game, but I mean it's just really good music. And there's a lot for everyone. So go check that out. That's What They All Say about Jack Harlow.
Nice. Okay, well, I think that's everything. Nice short episode for you guys.
Yeah, we'll probably start keeping them short because I don't know if people
Mhm.
want to listen to an hour of us yet. I mean, until we get popular.
Poppin'.
But no, people have such short attention span now. I think it's better we keep
Yeah.
it short. And with sports dying down, at least football, we're not going to, because we used to talk about football for like 20, 30 minutes in the regular
Yeah,
season.
yeah. That's what
No,
took up the time.
yeah. So, I mean, that's all we have for this week. We will be back and we will talk about the Super Bowl. We'll talk about our festivities, our safe COVID-free festivities.
Yep.
We will talk about the game. We will talk about more stonks, probably. Hopefully, we make some money. Maybe some more science. Hopefully, update on the COVID vaccine. Stay tuned. It's been real. It's been fun. Hasn't been real fun. Peace.
Peace.
Stonks. I gotta stop recording. Stop recording.